a Russian soldier is seen face down in shallow water, motionless beside an inactive Ukrainian drone. The aircraft appears damaged and no longer operational. Seconds later, another Ukrainian drone descends into the frame, aligns with the position, and commits under steady aerial observation. In a ruined settlement near the Kharkiv direction, a Ukrainian reconnaissance drone records a lone Russian soldier moving cautiously between shattered buildings. He shifts from wall to wall, appearing to search for cover or complete a task, unaware he is being tracked from above. The drone maintains quiet observation as he approaches the edge of the village. Moments before he clears the last structure, a Ukrainian sniper engages, and the movement abruptly stops under coordinated overwatch. The following footage unfolds in a residential garden in the Chasiv Yar direction. During an aerial sweep over civilian property, a Ukrainian reconnaissance drone detects a Russian soldier lying among trees and overgrown shrubs inside the yard. His posture suggests exhaustion, possibly after withdrawing from a failed engagement nearby. He remains motionless and unaware of the aircraft maintaining observation overhead. Moments later, a second Ukrainian drone approaches at low altitude, confirms the position, and commits, concluding the sequence under direct aerial control. This footage was recorded some time ago and is being released only now due to operational considerations. The scene takes place in a ruined village in the Avdiivka direction, damaged during earlier fighting. A Ukrainian reconnaissance drone detects a Russian soldier crawling through debris, appearing to search for supplies or equipment. Reaching a section of torn plastic flooring, he slips beneath it, attempting to conceal himself. To improve the disguise, he drags a nearby wooden board over the top, carefully masking any visible outline. From above, however, every movement is tracked in real time. The drone pauses, scans the surrounding rubble for additional activity, and confirms the position is isolated. Coordinates are relayed to a nearby Ukrainian strike unit. Moments later, another drone approaches the shattered structure, descends toward the concealed spot, and commits under steady aerial observation. In the southern sector, Ukrainian border guards detect a Russian boat moving along a river channel. A drone is redirected immediately and descends toward the vessel. The strike forces the occupants overboard into the freezing water, disrupting the movement under aerial observation. Over the shattered blocks outside Avdiivka, aerial surveillance captures a brief but critical mistake. A Russian drone operator emerges from a damaged underground shelter, retrieves a small quadcopter lying nearby, and quickly replaces its battery in the open. Within seconds, the operator slips back into the shelter and launches his aircraft from concealment. The reconnaissance drone above holds position, recording every movement without interference. The signal is traced immediately. A Ukrainian strike drone is redirected to the entrance. It descends with controlled speed and commits into the bunker opening, ending the sequence under steady aerial observation. The scene shifts to a ruined neighborhood in the Avdiivka area. A Ukrainian drone completes a careful pass over the upper floors of damaged high-rise buildings, then lowers its altitude and shifts focus toward the smaller, partially collapsed houses positioned along the edge of the street. As the scan continues, unexpected movement appears below. A Russian soldier is identified near the roadside. Hearing the growing engine noise, he turns and runs toward a damaged house for cover. The drone descends immediately and commits before he can reach the entrance. A Russian soldier is observed firing repeatedly into the sky, attempting to push back what he believes is a Ukrainian drone circling overhead. After exhausting a full magazine, he retreats beneath a tree canopy and quickly reloads, glancing upward between movements. The reconnaissance drone remains steady, documenting each step without revealing urgency. Once rearmed, the soldier abruptly sprints away, likely seeking a more secure position. His pace is uneven, driven by pressure rather than a clear plan. Above him, a Ukrainian strike drone redirects to the sector and begins a controlled sweep, narrowing down his last known location. On the ground, the soldier drops into thick brush and crouches low, relying on foliage for concealment. Seconds later, the drone refines its alignment and descends. The soldier fires upward again in visible panic, but the aircraft holds course and commits, concluding the encounter under continuous aerial observation. Over open grassland in the Zaporizhzhia direction, a Ukrainian drone patrol identifies a single Russian soldier moving alone across exposed terrain. With no nearby support visible, a strike drone is redirected and accelerates toward the position. On the ground, the soldier continues walking at a steady pace, unaware of the aircraft closing in above him. Only when the engine noise grows unmistakably close does he look up and freeze, realizing too late that he has been located under aerial surveillance. The following incident unfolds inside a damaged building in the Pokrovsk direction. During a routine optical sweep, a Ukrainian drone detects unusual movement within the structure. The aircraft redirects and enters through a broken opening, conducting a careful scan floor by floor. Upon reaching the second level, the drone identifies a Russian soldier seated motionless beside a cabinet. With the position confirmed and no additional movement detected, the drone closes the distance and commits under direct aerial observation. The following engagement unfolds across open farmland in the Pokrovsk direction. A Russian soldier is observed moving alone through exposed terrain when a Ukrainian drone descends rapidly toward his position. At the final moment before contact, the soldier twists his body and falls sideways, narrowly avoiding the first approach. The drone immediately corrects its angle, stabilizes, and commits again under direct aerial observation. The following engagement unfolds across open farmland in the Pokrovsk direction. During a recent patrol over abandoned terrain, Ukrainian drone operators conduct a systematic sweep after receiving reports of Russian movement in the area. The aircraft moves steadily over the field, scanning ground patterns and checking likely routes of travel. Minutes into the sweep, subtle movement appears ahead. The drone narrows its focus and descends slightly to confirm the contact. A lone Russian soldier is identified moving across exposed ground. As the engine noise grows louder, the soldier attempts to raise his weapon and fire upward. Under pressure, he loses balance and stumbles. The drone closes the remaining distance and commits under direct aerial observation. In the Lyman direction, a Ukrainian drone accelerates toward a Russian soldier taking cover behind a tree. Moments later, another Ukrainian drone redirects toward a Russian logistics truck moving along a dirt road and commits to the approach. Not far away, a separate troop transport is intercepted and forced to halt as soldiers dismount and scatter under pressure. Near the tree line entrance, yet another vehicle carrying personnel stops abruptly when a drone descends. Deeper inside the forest, an additional logistics truck is located and engaged, illustrating coordinated aerial control across multiple moving targets. The following sequence unfolds along a contested forest line in the Lyman direction. A Ukrainian drone tracks a Russian tank maneuvering through restricted terrain and accelerates toward the front section of the vehicle. Within moments, a second Ukrainian drone is redirected to the stalled vehicle, approaching from a slightly offset angle to avoid debris and smoke from the first impact. It stabilizes briefly to confirm the immobilized target, then descends with controlled speed and commits, sustaining pressure and denying any opportunity for the crew to regroup or reposition. Moments later, a third drone is redirected to the location. Previous strikes have damaged the upper structure and forced the hatch open. Seizing the opportunity, the drone adjusts its descent path and guides itself directly through the exposed opening, committing inside the vehicle under steady aerial observation. The following sequence highlights counter-drone operations conducted by Ukraine's Falcon team along key supply routes leading toward the Pokrovsk direction. During routine aerial surveillance, multiple Russian FPV drones are detected positioned in concealed ambush points along critical roadways. Rather than waiting for contact, Falcon team operators move quickly to disrupt the threat before it can be activated. Ukrainian drones track the hostile FPV units, confirm their positions, and coordinate targeted strikes to disable them one by one. Several devices are destroyed while still grounded, preventing potential attacks on passing vehicles or infantry columns. From above, The footage shows how early detection and rapid response neutralize hidden risks along vital transport corridors. The operation underscores the growing importance of counter-FPV tactics in securing movement routes under constant aerial contest. Along a snow-covered road in the Pokrovsk-Kostiantynivka direction, a Ukrainian drone on patrol detects a Russian soldier lying near the roadside. After confirming the position from above, the drone commits under steady aerial observation. Not far away, another Russian soldier attempts to flee across open ground. A second Ukrainian drone redirects and intercepts his movement before he can reach cover. As the patrol expands across the sector, additional Ukrainian drone teams enter the airspace and begin systematic coverage of surrounding routes and tree lines. Isolated Russian soldiers moving alone are detected one by one as they attempt to cross open ground or reposition between patches of cover. Each movement is tracked in real time, with operators sharing coordinates and adjusting flight paths to prevent regrouping. The steady overhead presence reduces reaction time and narrows available options, making concealment increasingly difficult. Through layered coordination and continuous observation, Ukrainian drone units maintain control of the winter terrain and restrict fragmented movement across the contested zone.